Girl, get the fuck off me! Get off me! Get off me! Someone's coming towards me. I'm grabbing his skull and I'm throwing you. Knee how fuck nigga.
They got the most terroristic DBs of all time.
So, with the week 2 of college football coming to an end and all the big games happening, I'm here with my co-host Jones, and we're gonna give you pretty much the basic review of what everything that happened over week 2. So let's get straight into it. And with the first game we're gonna talk about being an upset that I did not expect to happen, Arizona State versus Mississippi State. And I want to make this abundantly clear. Sam Levitt, you have officially eliminated yourself from Heisman contending. I might be jumping the gun, but everything that just happened in this first game was pitiful. I'm talking about bro went 2 for 9, doing beautiful, beautiful passes straight to the secondaries. Like I'm talking about dimes everywhere to the safeties. ASU, I'm gonna just say it, y'all will not win a national title if y'all continue to play second half football. Y'all are not the New England Patriots and y'all are not the Georgia Bulldogs. Y'all don't have the defense nor the offensive firepower to keep doing this. Y'all tried it last year against Texas and you lost that game. Albeit that game was amazing, you still lost the game because y'all try to play too much second half football. You got to play all 4 quarters. If you don't, you're gonna lose. And guess what? You lost to Mississippi State. And to make matters even worse, I don't know what the defense had going on the last couple of seconds, but they just decided to blow coverage for like the next four drives straight. I'm talking about there's a man wide open, middle of the field. There is 1 minute left. If this man scores, that is y'all's game. That's the game right there. That's wraps. ASU, there is one player in the middle of that field with this man. Dude gets blurred. It's wraps. Takes it straight to the crib for 52 yards. After that, bro, I'm thinking, you know what? There's 30 seconds left. Sam Levitt can make some magic happen. Sam Levitt goes on the run and throws an absolute perfect football to the defense. I'm talking about directly in that man's hands. You couldn't have placed that ball any better. I don't know if the ball got tipped. I don't know if he just messed up throwing the. I don't know, but at the end of the day, y'all play like that again, y'all won't be going to the playoffs. Y'all be going to the Mayo Bowl to face off against, I don't know, Coastal Carolina. Anyway, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that game. That game pissed me off watching it.
First game I got on the docket. All right, we're gonna head up Boise State, Boise, Idaho. This is the Boise State that we expected to see. This is the Boise State that Ashton Jeanty left behind. All right, they went back to their normal ways. They went out there. All right, they destroyed an Eastern Kentucky University team. I think that's what it was. I have no idea. It was EKU. I didn't write down that because no one cares. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if it's Eastern Kentucky, Eastern Kansas, or Eastern Canada. It really didn't matter as long as Boise State got back to their form. They're running the ball good. They rediscovered the run game. That was beautiful, man. I didn't think it was possible. Madsen went out there, threw a couple dots, and I know that this show, it's supposed to be a neutral show, but it's really not. This is our show, so we get to say it, man. Cameron Bates touchdown, 20 yards. Put that on the screen. Whoop whoop. That's our dog, man. I don't think people understand why we bring up like a lot of these random players in a lot of our discussions, but nah, we're celebrating that touchdown, man. So Cam got a touchdown out there. Boise State went back to Boise State form. It seems like they're gonna still, win the conference. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, when they're playing competition, their level or worse. I don't think it's gonna be that much of a question who's better out there. It's gonna be Boise State. Yeah. Do I think they're making a playoff run again after what USF did to them and what USF did this week, which is something that I don't know if we're gonna talk about later. But after what USF did to them and what USF did this week. Yeah, no, it's very obvious who's taking that little strangler spot, that 12th seed in the playoff, and it damn sure isn't going to be Boise State, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that game.
Hey, speaking of USF, speaking of the beautiful Cinderella team USF, I want to say this right now.
Byron Brown.
For every Florida fan watching this, that game that y'all had versus USF was absolutely probably the worst game y'all could have. Actually, no, I lied, because y'all have one of the worst schedules I have ever seen in my life from now up until the end of the season. I don't know who made y'all schedule, but you need to fire that man. And you also need to probably find his family, because he has it out for y'all. Not gonna hold you. But I'm gonna just find his family, because if you look at that schedule, I would have wished that shit upon my worst enemies. Straight up. Like they gotta go to Death Valley next week. You just lost at USF. You finna they actually might go 1-11.
Hey,
no BS.
Hey, they better not come out and bullshit in Louisiana, or we gonna have a party. We gonna have a party if they come down there with that bullshit. They ain't having no close game with us.
That game's gonna be bad. First things first, I'm gonna say it. Penalties completely killed this game. Generally speaking, if Florida didn't have as many penalties, they probably would have won by 2 scores. But because players want to be putting their hands on people, pass interference, holding, they ended up just drawing back like 2 touchdowns. Next. Byron Brown absolutely bitched that entire second, and the middle of the field, and the defensive line. I'm talking about this man was just playing grown man football. It was like watching Jalen Milroe play against Georgia again. Just absolutely just rubbing his entire nuts across the entire defense for 4 straight quarters. Keep it a stack with you. And to make matters worse, Florida was not helping themselves because they were doing everything in their goddamn power to lose this football game. DJ Lagway, absolute dime to the defense. I don't know what you had going on. Billy Napier, play calling, absolutely trash. I don't know what you were planning to do with this. Everything they were doing was spelling they were going to lose, and it all came down to what? A motherfucking field. And guess what? It was a field goal. Guess what? USF cashed in, bang. So honestly, I thought you were crazy for saying USF was a Cinderella team, but at this point in time, they might genuinely make the college football playoff because Florida decided to sell the bag. Yeah, because to make matters worse, they had to win this game. You had to win this game because you were walking into enemy territory from next week to the end of this season. I think they put what? They got LSU, then they got Georgia, then they got Tennessee, then they got Mississippi State, then they got FSU. I'm talking about this schedule is actually kind of nasty the way it's looking. But that's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna do what that one dude did when he was looking at the Ravens schedule, but the opposite. They got the rest of the schedule. They got
Now what I have here is French toast on sourdough. I have regular French toast. I have pancakes. Have some sausage going on. Got some bacon.
A bunch of L's being handed out. I'm talking about they got belt to ass, just a bunch of BTA on the way from Florida. So if you're a Florida fan, you better switch to Florida State. I know that may be sacrilegious for a lot of you, but what needs to be done needs to be done. All right, man, let's move on down to Texas. We had the Doctor Bowl. All right, University of Baylor, well, all them doctors down there. University of Southern Methodist University, they also got a bunch of doctors down there, and them doctors decided to get down there and start beefing. And what they did, they put on a master class in a week full of ass spankings and shitty football. We have been blessed with the game of the year so far, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. This is by far the best game of the college season right now. Sawyer went out there, Kevin Jennings went out there. They went ham. That boy Jennings, he threw his first 3 touchdown passes, no incompletions. By that time, he had 218 yards,
by that time.
3 touchdowns, 10 for 10. He went absolutely loony out there. Baylor went out there. They did their thing. They was doing their thing on offense. They was really like, I'm not gonna lie, they're spreading the ball around. I expected more of a air raid offense from them, but they was really they was handing it off. They was running it. They was running it through SMU. They were punching them in the mouth. And by the time it got to the fourth quarter, things started picking up again. Things kind of died in the third quarter, and we had a couple stupid things happen. The refs kind of stepped in a little bit at the end of the game there, and then we went into overtime. They both teams went out there. They scored. Then SMU couldn't get the job done. Baylor went out there, ran the ball down their throats one more time, kicked the game, win a field goal, and Baylor now has, I think, a 14-game win streak on SMU, which is something I didn't know. That's actually surprising. When they told me that when they said that on the broadcast, I was like, "God damn, y'all lost to this team 14 times in a row. Stop scheduling. It ain't gonna change." But yeah, Baylor went out there. They got the win. They needed SMU. They got punched in the mouth. I think they're going to respond good, considering that they're in the ACC. So, they don't got much competition up there. So, hopefully they can respond good. But yeah, that was a great game that I witnessed.
I know the city of Dallas is probably on suicide watch right now. Hey man, they got that one.
Lost to a bunch of Waco niggas.
Because I wish I was blessed enough to watch, some more quality football games, but I had to watch Oregon just absolutely manhandle Oklahoma State. Coach Van Gundy retired. That was absolutely bad. Like, don't get me wrong, Oregon is an extremely talented team. But the way that Oregon's offense was looking, you would have thought they were out there playing against a bunch of middle schools. I'm talking. I'm so damn confident. I think damn near every starter on that team had a touchdown by the second half of the game. I'm literally looking at the screen, bro. I turn my head, touchdown. Turn my head again, touchdown. Turn my head again, touchdown. By the end of that game, I was just like, why did I waste 2 hours watching this football game when I already knew how this was gonna go? There really isn't much to say about Oregon. They look good. They've always looked good until the playoffs come, and then they do their thing. Zero natties. Never haven't been to the national championship game since Marcus Mariota was there. So I mean, shout out to Oregon though. Got the W. Absolute ass clapping on national television. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that weak ass game.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I could not. Oh
Jesus.
My god! I got other games on the list, but let me just skip towards the Ohio State Grambling game I got written down here. Only thing you gotta worry about, man. Grambling State got paid $3 million to get that ass tooted up on national television. It's great that they got the money. They got their money's worth. Ohio State definitely got their money's worth out of that kicking. I mean, just not much to say about Grambling State, man. I don't know what you want me to say about them, but Ohio State, I mean, they didn't need this game. I'm pretty sure they scheduled this game just in case they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
But since they beat Texas, this just makes this game worse because now you're just the number one team in the nation beating up on these guys. Like, what did Grambling State do to deserve this? But yeah.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's it, man.
Man, that game was so bad. I thought people were about to start saying Black Lives Matter. Anyway, though.
What do you mean by that?
On to a better football game. Kansas, Mizzo. I'm gonna say this now. The first 5-6 minutes of this game made absolutely no sense. Mizzo for like 5 minutes looked like the next coming Vanderbilt in 2012. Absolutely trash. Like nothing was getting accomplished. I'm talking about fumble led to a touchdown.
Why did you have to specify 2012 Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt has always been ass. You could have said 2017 Vanderbilt. I'm like, damn, yeah, he's right.
You're right.
Yeah, that's pretty
You're right.
shitty.
2017 Vanderbilt. 2017, 2018 Vanderbilt.
Nah, just say Vanderbilt. Just say Vanderbilt.
That's fair. Anyway, like I was saying.
Any Vandal fans in the comments? Any Vandal fans? Let us have it.
Facts. Anyway, bruh. Mizzo, you need to clean up your offense. Yes, y'all won this game, but the first half of this game, y'all looked absolutely terrible. I'm talking about miscue after miscue after miscue. Fumble led to a touchdown for Kansas. It was just a complete mess up until like the third, fourth quarter. Then y'all start to, gain traction. Then they pulled away at the end of the game. For Kansas, y'all's defense is too inconsistent. There should be no reason you're up 21-3 going into the second quarter. And then all of a sudden that lead just dissipated like thin air. I'm talking about gone. Just straight up just gone with the win. I don't know what to tell them, bro. Both teams offensively wise, though, after a while started playing good football. Not Jaden Daniels, whatever the fuck this nigga's name is. Daniels for Kansas played pretty well.
Daniels.
Same nigga. Same name.
It's not the
Two
same.
black guys who can run the football.
Hey, one went to LSU, one plays at Kansas. Watch your mouth.
Like I was saying. Kansas, fix your defense. Your defense is too inconsistent. Y'all have a good offense. Defensive wise, though, y'all are too sporadic. There'll be plays where y'all would just completely shut out Mizzo for like 2 straight drives, going just back-to-back shutouts. And then all of a sudden, Mizzo is running down the side like a crackhead in Atlanta, just touchdown. Mizzo, same thing. There's drives where they will hold out Kansas, and then all of a sudden they'll just fold like clean sheets. So that's all I got to say about that. But good win for Mizzo. Good rivalry win. On to the next game for them, boys. On to the next game. Kansas will probably bounce back. They'll be fine. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Speaking of rivalries, we had the battle of the state that nobody wants. Iowa State versus Iowa, man. A very defensive-centric game. Obviously, Iowa's involved. There's not going to be a lot of points scored. Very gritty game, very Hard-fought
nigga,
defensive
shit.
game. Iowa State obviously escapes with the victory. Iowa can't put points on the board. Like, legally, they're just not allowed to do that. So unless they produce a tight end or a defensive lineman, Iowa doesn't really do much. So it's great for them. Iowa State, they got a little game. They're a little scared, but I'm not too worried about Iowa State standings. I feel like they're perfectly fine just where they are, the number 16 team in the nation. Don't think they should move up. Don't think they should move down. I think they should be right there where they are, comfortable. Perfectly in the middle, exactly where Iowa State belongs. And as for Iowa, hey, man, keep producing tight ends.
Wow. Okay. Shit. All right.
Is that disrespectful? Is that
No, not disrespectful. I
Wrong
mean,
with that?
just no hope for them. After they made Cooper DeJean, you know what I'm saying? Just fair.
Oh, I got something for Cooper DeJean. That's for the NFL Week 1 review.
Well, since most of these rivalry games are either good or just absolute dog shit offensively, let's talk about something I've been waiting for the whole week. And I mean, I've been absolutely waiting for this game the whole week. I just want to go ahead and say it. Ty Simpson, Keelan Russell, Austin Mack, all right, Jerry Bernard, Rico Scott, Isaiah Horton. All right, y'all niggas did y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? You just love to see it. You love to see it. All right, Saturday night. This is what I needed. Just absolute ass whooping. All right. I'm in a week of where teams are just kicking ass. I can't speak for LSU because they almost lost to LA Tech today, or Clemson. Just a week of ass kicking. Right?
LSU just didn't. LSU wasn't even close to losing. Like they were just fucking with them, man.
It was 10-0 at halftime. Y'all were about to if y'all made
I'm sorry. Like, is that?
It's LA Tech.
Like what you just want us to fucking pull their pants down in the middle of the game?
Jordan,
what?
Jordan.
We're chilling. It's Louisiana Tech.
Jordan.
Hold on. No. We fuck with Louisiana Tech around here. No. Hey, I understand Alabama. Y'all may not like Alabama State or Alabama Tech or whatever. Hey, Louisiana schools, we stick together. All right. We like every school. I like LSU, Louisiana Tech, and Louisiana Monroe, even though they just got tapped by y'all. But LSU gonna get back for them. But Louisiana schools, we stick together over here. So yeah, we're not tapping them for 70. All right, y'all do that. We'll do that to y'all.
Hold on.
We'll do that to guys like
y'all
Clemson.
have morals. Y'all have morals. Okay, I see.
Morals.
But like I was saying,
y'all don't.
Yeah, like I was saying. So we're the bad guys. Meanwhile, Ohio State just beat on the HBCU in national TV, talking about just with. So we're talking about.
First of all, that was just racially motivated. I can't lie. I'm not giving that any passes either. That's racially motivated. Ohio State.
It was 70-0,
man.
Jeremiah Smith.
Didn't y'all beat Louisiana Monroe 70-0?
Hush. This is not an HBCU. It's a regular ass school. All right, and it was 73-0.
Talk about the game.
Anyway, Alabama just perfect football, bro. Joyless murder football. I'm talking 73-0. Absolute ass kicking. Just Ty Simpson, perfect, 17%. Keelan Russell, perfect. Austin Mack, perfect.
Are you done,
man? You just ever love beating on people that can just never fight back?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That sounds crazy. Hold on, that sounds crazy. Hold on.
There's not a lot of takeaways for the Duke-Illinois game. I'm not gonna sit here and chat your head off about Illinois football because I'm one for honesty. You don't care about Nindy Line football, so we're just gonna move past that to say that Duke has a real quarterback in their midst, Darian Mensah. I'm still trying to get his name right. Darian Mensah. That's a real ass quarterback right there, man. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, for the rest of Duke, y'all get ready for basketball season. For Darian Mensah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what grade he's in. I think he's a junior. I'm not too sure, but if he has one more year, man, transfer, get out of there. You are the Bugatti in the hood. That is what you are right now. You need to get out of there right now. Illinois won the game though, so not much to say about the winners of the game. They had a good game. It's not anything to write home about. It's Duke University. They're famous for Kyrie Irving, They're famous for Zion Williamson and Cooper Flagg. And if you can't notice the trend in between all those guys, none of them play football. So, best football player they ever produced is Daniel McCorkle Jones.
Oh my
and
God.
I think it should. I think, unfortunately, he's going to stay that way because, again, Darian Mensah, get out of there. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, so I don't know if we were watching two separate games, but Mr. Mensah, you get paid $4 million. I see the way you played today. I'm talking about this fumble, interception.
Sorry?
You
He
didn't
gets paid
know?
how much?
He gets paid $4 million. He's getting paid $4 million right now. $4 million. He's getting paid more than.
So let me start over. Darian Mensah, you get paid $4 million. See, now at first I thought this was a kid on a normal scholarship like you, well, not you and me, we're not on scholarships, but like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? On normal scholarships, getting paid, at nothing. They're just getting paid whatever NIL, whoever buys their jerseys, buy my jersey. People post that on their story, and not a single soul buys it because what I look like buying your jersey, But still, I used to, my opinion changed because $4 million for 2 touchdowns is just not enough, man. I need a touchdown per $1 million. All right, I need you out there throwing 4 touchdowns per game. Let me, scratch that. Darian Mensah, you're comfortable wherever you are. Scam them niggas out of all their money. You are still the Bugatti in the hood. The problem is you're taking all the basketball programs' money, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Take all the basketball programs' money. They don't deserve it. Don't let them get any more high school superstars, and let LSU basketball be great again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When you said that, bro, and I remember yesterday I saw a very nice IG post and saying he's getting paid $4 million. I was like, yeah, you're crazy. But it's out of my hands. My team isn't paying $40 million for a quarterback, God forbid. But yes, let's move down to a better football game. The North coming down to the South. OU versus Michigan. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I was really hyped for this game, but after the first quarter, I came to the conclusion, Sharon Moore, you might need to be fired, or you need to fire your offensive coordinator, because the shit I saw today made no. Jordan, when I tell you the play calling, I could have gone into that game right there, put on that headset, and sat there and called better plays than with whoever the fuck the OC was. I'm talking about you. You are 3. It's 3rd and 16. Why are you running a screen pass? It is 2nd and 22. Why are you running the fucking football? You are almost in your end zone. Why are you giving Justice Haynes the football? When I tell you I was watching this game and the play calling didn't make any sense, Bryce Underwood is almost so far back in the end zone, he could probably go into the stands and hug his mother before the DBs rush his ass. It was so bad on every level for Michigan. Defense-wise, the defense was doing their thing, and I feel bad for the defense because they were actually cooking. But then they had to watch Sharon Moore and the OC just cooked up absolute dog shit plays after plays. Just talking about straight burnt food, dishing it out on the field. They got lucky with that nice, beautiful rushing touchdown from Justice Haynes, but after that, it was just complete all hell broke loose. Bryce still has a lot to learn, because even when he did get the opportunity to pass, I'm talking about this man was either throwing beautiful checkdowns or overthrowing the fuck out of his receivers. Now for OU, I'm gonna cut him some slack, just a tiny bit of slack. You did beat Michigan, so you got the W. Jake played pretty good. Didn't play impeccable football, throw an interception, straight dot, straight laser. Defense also played extremely well for them, but OU better play calling led to them winning. Not actually throwing screen plays, screen passes on 3 and 16 or 2 and 45. Actually, throwing the ball down the field. But overall, Michigan has to go back to the drawing board. Play calling was absolutely terrible. That was bad. Defense did their thing. I'm not worried about the defense. Bryce, he's a freshman. I'm not expecting him to go into OU and beat OU. Obviously, for OU, defense did absolutely great today. Can't even lie to you. Jake still has to settle in. Some a little bit antsy sometimes. Overthrows lead to turnovers. Things like that. Those things can be fixed. But other than that, pretty good game from OU. Good job to OU. Michigan, back to the drawing board. Sharon Moore, you are officially look like you couldn't be on the hot seat because that was bad. That was bad looks.
Well, this game is concluding as we're recording, and I want to get this off, man. I want to get this off. So, let's head down to Las Vegas. The University of Las Vegas just beat the $4 million man, Nico. I'ma need to leave.
I'm a leave.
That boy Nico threw 41 passes, right? 10 passes per million. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 29 completions. I don't care how nasty this is. I don't care how disgusting this take is about to be. We need to stop paying these niggas $4 million. Stop. They're not worth it. They're not playing like it. Did Travis Hunter get paid $4 million by Colorado? Did he? No. Did Shedeur get paid $4 million? Did Cam Ward get paid $4 million? No. None of the top players in the country got paid $4 million last year. And none of the top, spoiler warning, none of the top players this year are gonna get paid $4 million either. Stop handing out these niggas contracts they're not gonna play. They're not gonna play up to it. You gave this man Nico he's not a player, he's a negotiator. Just scammed y'all. $4 million and you're losing to the University of Las Vegas. Oh, but wait a second, Jones. No, they scored 30 points. That's on the defense. Put up 23 points and 1 touchdown. You put up 1 touchdown. 1. You might as well go out there. A better fight was put up if I went out there and I sent a bunch of walk-ons. I would have got a better fight. Probably got a better game. 30-23. UCLA is paying their quarterback $4 million. UCLA, University of California at Los Angeles, and they are starting their season 0-2. They just lost to Utah, got handed belt, insane belt. Nathan Tillman in them, and Dylan Battle in them, handed them belt in week 1. And now they head down to Las Vegas to get some more belt. And here's a spoiler warning, UCLA fans. You're going to go to the next state and get some more belt. and you're going to go to the next state and find some more leather. You're going to find some more leather, find some more belt. They might hit you with the metal part of it. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. And they're going to be people in the comments, well, he got paid $4 million. Like, did you get paid $4 million? Why are you so happy for him? Not performing at all. Estimated his worth to be $8 million as a Tennessee Volunteer. I beg to differ. I wish the program would pay a quarterback $8 million. He better have won the Heisman yesterday.
That's it right there. That's eventful. Week 2 of college football. From upsets, we had like 3 upsets today, 2-3, to absolute hate crimes happening with HBCUs and other people. So, it's people scamming schools out of multiples of millions upon millions of dollars. So, honestly, Jesus, bro, it's been a very eventful week. But anyway, make sure you comment. Tell us what was your favorite game from this week 2 of college football. Whether that be an upset that nobody's talking about, or maybe Clemson almost shitting the bed against Troy. Leave a comment down below in the description. And without Jones, you got anything else to say to these people?
Stop paying these quarterbacks.
Well, you heard the man. And with that, we're out.